This is Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Showers tonight, a low of 8 with the 4 o'clock news. I'm Michaela Kamarik. A report into Scott Morrison's administration of 5 secret portfolios has found what he did was not illegal. The federal government has released the Solicitor General's report into the arrangement. The nation's top lawyer says the former Prime Minister acted irresponsibly by not making his extra duties public, but didn't break the law. His successor, Anthony Albanese, believes a further inquiry into his actions is needed.
This isn't something that can be just dismissed. This is something that goes to our very system of government, which the Solicitor General's advice makes very clear.
A family home at Netherby has been gutted in a multi-million-dollar fire. What sparked last night's blaze on Netherby Avenue is still under investigation, but it's believed to be accidental. Dale Thomas from the MFS says 7 people self-evacuated, but 2 huskies needed some help.
There were still 2 dogs in the house. It took them about 15 minutes before they could actually get access to the house to get the dogs out. They broke down doors. They did also break windows to try and get in.
A new wave of COVID cases is expected to hit SA in November because vaccine immunity levels are dropping. New modelling has been presented to Cabinet's Emergency Management Council today. Health Minister Chris Picton says it won't be as severe as the peak we've just had.
We will continue to see peaks and troughs of cases going forward. This also doesn't put into factor any new variants that might pop up, and I think that really is where we will start to see risks with new variants coming on the horizon.
Australian music icon John Farnham is undergoing surgery at a Victorian hospital to remove a cancerous growth. His current health issues follow a severe kidney infection 3 years ago. Long-time says the location and type of cancer is unclear.
I've been told that
we
won't get any information till tonight. The family's been very quiet about where the cancer is and what sort of growth it is. I'm told it was only a few weeks ago that John found out.
A Canberra court judge has rejected a bid by tennis star Nick Kyrgios to have his assault case adjourned by 3 months. His lawyer had tried to make an application but wouldn't say what it was. The matter will return to court in 6 weeks. Now turning to FIVEAA Sport. Adam Kingsley says the potential at GWS is enormous and he can't wait to get stuck in after being unveiled as the Giants' new head coach. He will see out the season with Richmond as an assistant and admits some of the philosophies he has seen work at the Tigers could be adopted at GWS.
Whether it's off the field, culture-wise, the connection of the group. There'll be a lot of stuff that we do that is similar to Richmond, but there'll be stuff that, I have ideas around that we'll do. On field, it'll look similar. We're trying to play that fast attacking style of footy. I think that's an attractive brand to play. That'll be the plan in the early stages.
Ben Cunnington has recommitted to North Melbourne, signing a 2-year contract extension with the Roos, and Netball Australia has rejected a $6.5 million bailout offer to help save Super Netball. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
At Warradar, we've got a smash to look out for at Morford Road at Oaklands Road. Highgate, you'll find intersection works continuing there. Fullerton Road at Cross Road. Got speeds reduced and road plates in use. Does get pretty slow on the drive home there. In the Parklands, you'll find Rundle Road is closed between East Terrace and Kettleville Terrace while they pack up the Illuminate Festival, and we're busy right now, Cross Road near South Road. If you don't already know, Krispy Kreme deliver their delicious light and fluffy donuts fresh daily to OTR stores. So, what are you waiting for? OTR. Making life easy. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Showers tonight, a low of 8, a shower or 2 tomorrow and 14. Thursday showers continuing 16 and Friday cloudy and 16. Right now it's 12 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
A multi-million-dollar fire destroys a Netherby home. How yet another driver ended up on the O-Bahn. John Farnham in the fight of his life. The music legend diagnosed with cancer. A COVID case climb coming. The latest modelling on SA's next wave. The pizza punch-up caught on dash cam. And roping in a roo. See the Glengarry rescue mission. I'm Kate Collins. See the full story on 9 News Tonight at 6.
SA's greatest rivalry on radio.
The FIVEAA Sports Show.
Rowey and Timmy G.
Walker
Good
Repair.
afternoon from
on your caravan. Get it fixed right.
Sanctuary Cove in Queensland. It's a little pause there because, to quote the great Willie Nelson, we're not in Hindmarsh Square. We are in Queensland on the road
again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Been working on this all day. Tim Ginniver, Stephen Rowe, welcome to the Sunshine State.
Oh, how good is it? Yes, we are broadcasting live, courtesy of Rugby Australia at their HQ, Sanctuary Cove on the Gold Coast. We've got to thank everybody involved, and the Wallabies, of course, taking on the Springboks this Saturday, just after the Wallaroos clash with the world champs New Zealand Black Ferns. So they're both playing world champions, and they're both doing it at Adelaide Oval this Saturday, August 27. You've got to get your tickets through Ticketek. It's going to be a huge event, and it's massive. I think it's nearly 20 years since the Wallabies have been seen in Adelaide. And Rowey, we've been around here. We've met a few of the players. We've met a few of the coaches. We've had a bit of a chat to everybody. I feel a sense of intensity around them. They're not happy with their last performance against Argentina, and I think they want to take it out on the Springboks.
Well, Wallaroos and Wallabies, Adelaide Oval, get your tickets. I promise you,
you will
awesome. Absolutely love it. You're right, we've spent the afternoon at headquarters here as guests of Rugby Australia, and we are blessed. We've met a couple of the boys. We've been out for a walk, a little bit of a stroll. Scotty Seo's 120 kilos, 6'4". We met Alan Ella Toa, 6 foot, 125
Massive.
kilo. I rubbed shoulders with them quite nicely, Timmy.
I saw you getting a bit of a scrum with them.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't like the look of it, but I saw it.
They hit like a freight train.
Yeah.
They would hit you like a freight train. So, as we said, get your tickets from Ticketek. You won't want to miss this Saturday from at noon, the Wallaroos and the Wallabies. And we're just blessed, Timmy, and it's all due credit to yourself.
Yes, no doubt.
That we've been invited here.
Yes.
Friends of our Premier, Peter Malinauskas, and friends of Rugby Australia.
They said, who better to get this game promoted
than Timmy G and
Timmy
his sidekick.
Exactly, and his sidekick, Rowey. But look, it is awesome. The intensity, and I like it. Because I heard it in the assistant coach, Dan McKellar. I heard him talking, and I thought, they're not happy about that last loss. And I could tell that they want to. And they've got a terrific record against South Africa here in Australia, which is amazing. You think they're the world champs, but
they haven't lost for 20-odd years here. Yeah. The only thing about the Gold Coast up here, and I can see why no sporting team succeeded the Gold Coast Suns, there's too many distractions, Timmy.
Yeah.
The sun, it's laconic.
Yep.
All I want to do is sleep, eat, and suck a few tinnies. How are the boats straight down here at Sanctuary Cove? The cheapest one I found out was $7.9 million.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you were any different in Adelaide, but I do agree with you, though, about...
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's always been, and I remember years ago when the Brisbane Bears were created.
Yes.
And Benny Harris, who was in the inaugural squad in 87, said to me, Timmy, the Gold Coast is not conducive to football.
No.
And he was spot on.
No.
He said, you're dead right, too many distractions.
I
think that's why they ended up going back to Brisbane, so ended up being a good move. But look, talking Australian rules football, Stephen, it's well and truly on. Isaac Rankin has informed the Gold Coast his desire to be traded to the Adelaide Football Club, and the Crows need to get the deal done.
Gold Coast young gun Isaac Rankin has requested a trade to the Crows. In a statement, the Suns say they're disappointed with the 22-year-old South Aussie's decision and will now work on finding a suitable deal.
Away to Rankin in the pocket. Oh, yes! Miraculous!
Adelaide currently has pick 5 in the draft. Rankin is expected to sign a 5-year mega deal in the vicinity of $800,000 a season.
I've known Isaac since he came and trained with us back before he got picked up. Ripping kid, really hard worker.
Rankin informed the Suns of his desire to move home this morning, the Crows luring the dynamic forward back to his roots. Adelaide still needs to broker a deal to make this move possible. The club's first-round pick, which currently sits at pick 5, the starting point of negotiations.
He's a highlight machine, and that to the Rankin 5.
Well, he was picked 3 in 2018. He missed the entire 2019 season with a hamstring and hip injuries. We went through Isaac. 0 games, 12, 18, 18. He's played 48 all up. This year he kicked 29 goals, 21. Averages 7 kicks, 6 handballs, 2 tackles, a goal a game, or just over. Timmy, the Crows are paying, if you like, for blue skies. I'm happy to do that. I want the lad, but not at any cost.
Okay. And that's interesting. Well, I know where you're going. I think They're paying for what they believe he can become. And it's not too different to where Charlie Cameron was on. So Charlie Cameron left the Adelaide Crows 2017 season. He played 73 games. He was only 23. He had 13.9 disposals average, 2.8 marks, 4 tackles, 1.2 goals a game. Very similar to where Isaac is right now. 13 disposals, 2 marks, 2 tackles, 1.6 goals a game. So it's not too dissimilar as far as that dynamic small forward goes. But I think it's more about where they believe Isaac can get to for their team, and that's where I think they're pitching it at.
And the other thing is, what are you going to pay? So I thought for a little bit of a cider for Crows supporters and football supporters, last year Carlton got Adam Chera from FIVEAA. He was picked 5 in 2017. Now remember, Isaac was picked 3 the year after.
Yep, that's right.
He was a high-end talent. He played 76 games for FIVEAA. He got traded to the Blues for pick 6 and a future 3rd. Now, he's probably not on anywhere near the money of Isaac, which is reported at $800,000 for 5 years. Let's park that.
Yep.
Do you want him? Yes. Will he make the team better? Absolutely. So the money is irrelevant, basically, because I think the blue skies he'll hit there. But you don't want to sell the farm to get him. And I think the list management, I think the obvious thing for me would be pick 5, that's it, take it 11. Now, that might blow out to 7, but to get Isaac Rankin for that is a win-win.
Without a 3rd round or like Chera?
Well, no, I don't know. They might have to put a player in. I don't know who the player would be.
Okay, so you think that something else is going to have to come with that?
Gold Coast are going to want the world. They're going to want 2
Yep.
first-rounders. That's where they'll start.
Yes.
Crows will say 5 and nothing. It'll settle somewhere in the middle, and I think you'd be happy with that.
And I think you're right. And I think that deal will eventually get done. I don't think that's not going to happen. I think you're right. Pick 5's gone. Or
take it or leave it and start there.
And it'll either be a player or
That's
maybe
it.
pick.
And look, we don't want to get into the minutiae of it, but it might look something like this. Here's pick 5 to the Gold Coast. We get Isaac Rankin. They've got the unsigned Billy Frampton that we believe has got a contract on the table for Collingwood. Now that's going to be worth a pick, whether it's a 3rd round or a 4th, but it'll be something.
Yep.
Matt Crouch is being wooed by FIVEAA on West Coast. I don't think he'll leave. Mackesy to wherever. I don't know what that'll get. Maybe minimum chips. Talk of Shoulder Carlton. My James has interest. He's unsigned. I know he wants to stay, but there might be value. Who else? So you might have pick 23 then. Bunch that with those sort of picks, and you might be able to trade that up for another first rounder. Bick said it brilliantly as well. There's a young lad called Max Michaelani, his father's son. So they're going to have to get some points for him. If we ended up with Rankin and Max Michaelani, or they went for young Filippo on the draft, I think every Crow supporter would be happy with that.
You're going to right, aren't you? Because those two are special talents.
They would be happy with that.
I'll tell you what, you'd be lucky to get both. I think both of those boys are going to be very high picks.
Yeah. So Crows fans, what's a suitable deal? What gets it done? Have you say?
Yeah. Good call, but I think it has to get done.
Well, it's going to be show me the money.
Because he's definitely coming. No doubt about that. So
800,000, Timmy.
Yeah.
For 5 years.
Yeah, don't be too concerned with the number, as you already pointed out. Hey, on the Port Adelaide front, they announced some delistings. There was Taj Schofield, Sam Skinner, and Sam Mays, and of course Carl Amon. We all knew that that was going to happen. I just thought both parties probably handled it pretty well, and it's been left very amicably at the end, which was a pleasing thing. But just looking at the other 3 boys, young Taj in his time didn't get the chance to play at AFL level. Saw him a lot at SNFL level, and I think the size and the speed were probably the 2 concerns over him. Sam Skinner, I think, was brought in when they lost Lena, and I'm not sure that one actually was a 1-for-1. I'm still, I'm a big Jared Lena fan probably, but Sam unfortunately has been delisted. Sam Mays, I thought, was a terrific citizen, just did his job. Anytime he got the opportunity, he did it. So he did absolutely marvellously well and had time at both Brisbane and Port Adelaide. But the Carl Amon one I thought was terrific, and here's Carl himself on the departure.
Yeah, I think it's been handled pretty well by both parties, I think, and what the club's done, and I think they've gone about it in a pretty good way, so couldn't be happier.
And to finish with a win?
A good win.
Yeah, so that's Carl. I think it's a good each-way bet there for both the club and for Carl, and it was really well handled.
Yeah, Crows fans, what's a suitable deal? What gets it done? We also know that Adam Kingsley's off to GWS. Port supporters might want to talk about that. Got a couple of Cafe de Villiers texts to get things started, and we'd love to hear from you. Lines available. Wow, Crows selling the farm for a forward pocket specialist. That's a great list management strategy. That's joy. But a lot more like this. Dawson last year, Isaac next year, Rowey, I can feel it. Paul, I'm with you. Here's another one. Rowey and Timmy G. Fogg, Tex, Rankin, Rochelle, McAdam. Oh, boy. Now, that is a forward line. That's the best Tex.
Some big names, aren't they?
Well, that is
big
a good
names.
forward line. All I'll say about that, you've got to get it down there with speed and skill. And that's the next thing I think the Crows will be working on. Have your say. I'm excited. Yeah, if it lands, I'm excited.
Yep, it is exciting.
Over to the Crows list management now, Timmy G.
Absolutely, a big job ahead. Give us a call, 8223 0000.
Yeah, we want to hear from Crows fans. What are you going to give up to get Isaac Rankin? Everyone's happy that he's coming, but what do you give up? And there are a couple of people suggesting, are you happy with 2 top 10 draft picks going to 2 forward pockets?
Ooh,
right.
Well, there's another Cafe de Villiers here with it. What club in AFL history would give pick 6 one year for a small forward, Rochelle, then pick 5 the next year for a small forward and pay him $800,000? Oh, that's right, Adelaide. Paul, a bird in the hand's worth 2 in the bush. Now, we're led to believe through the Crows they're both going to end up midfielders. Now, the proof will be in the pudding there,
Absolutely.
Tim. I hope one of them do. But I know that Rochelle can do that. Now, whether he does it all full time, fingers crossed they're right. But what they need is talent, and those 2 boys are talented.
Your call's coming up, 8223 0000. Are you happy with Isaac Rankin? And if so, what are you giving up to get him? Big show on the way. Brodie Smith will join us after 4:30. Will Crouch, we believe, will be speaking to Isaac Rankin when he lands here in Adelaide from 9 News. Nick White, one of our star Wallabies, here on the Gold Coast to join us, and the great Kevin Sheedy after 5:30. Back after this, we are broadcasting live from Wallabies HQ here in Queensland.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. Each Tuesday afternoon on the 5AA Sports Show, AFL icon and Hall of Fame legend Kevin Sheedy joins Rowey and Timmy G to discuss all the key AFL issues. Thanks to BL Shipway, a South Australian institution looking after SA's hydraulic and pneumatic needs for over 70 years.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Samsung's latest innovation in tech and durability comes from the new Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, the most powerful smartwatch Samsung has ever created. Designed with advanced sensors, Galaxy Watch 5 Pro can precisely track everything from your location, blood oxygen levels and body composition to accurately record your energy usage across 120 exercises. Galaxy Watch 5 Pro gives you up to 80 hours of general use and up to 20 hours of use in continuous GPS mode. It's wrapped in a durable titanium case with scratch-resistant sapphire crystal glass. The all-new Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro range launches on the 2nd of September, and you can pre-order it at Harvey Norman for $799 and receive a bonus $100 Harvey Norman gift card.
Check out this great offer at 5AA.com.au. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Hey Strikers fans, Jason Gillespie here. Forget footy season, it's time for SA to turn blue and get behind your mighty Adelaide Strikers. That's right, tickets to all WBBL and BBL matches are now on sale. And to welcome back the best fans in the league, we're excited to offer early bird pricing for a limited time across all matches. Don't delay, visit adelaidestrikers.com.au today for links to purchase, and we can't wait to see you back in blue this summer.
Can I have a flat white to take away, thanks?
Sure, that'll be $10.
Sorry, but the cafe down the road has the same coffee beans and the same milk for only $4.
Yeah, well, ours is $10, Dal.
Ah, I see.
Should have gone to Specsavers, because whether you're buying coffee or hearing aids, you shouldn't have to pay top dollar for top-of-the-range features. Book a free 15-minute hearing check today at specsavers.com.au/hearing. Conditions apply.
Okay, you've found your ideal block of land. Perfect location, perfect lifestyle. Now, it's time to stroll through the urban at the Selector Homes Display Village. Intelligently designed for a narrow block, the urban is packed with space to suit a young family or your upcoming retirement. Contemporary facades, stone facings, staying courtyard. You'll make the neighbours jealous. Visit the Urban at the Selector Homes Display Village, Port Wakefield Road, Burton.
When you switch to Aldi, you'll save more on everyday items, like pet food. What have we got here? Here you go, boy. And then you can spend more on other things, like pet training. Come on, do a backflip, Goldie. Who's a good fish? So don't change your lifestyle. Change your supermarket. Aldi. Good, different. Now, roll over.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA approved caravan crash repairer.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
As guests of the great people of Rugby Australia, we are broadcasting from Sanctuary Cove on the Gold Coast. The Wallabies returning to Adelaide for the first time in 2 decades this Saturday against the Springboks. Make sure you get along. Tickets available at Ticketek. We're going to get to your calls. A lot of people want to have their say on Isaac Rankin. Calls and SMS coming up very shortly. First, the traffic for your drive home for a new Mitsubishi. 2 clear standouts, Wavell and Southern Mitsubishi. They're driven by Australian Motors.
At Crafers West, look out for a smash on Upper Sturt Road near Sheoak Road. That's affecting both directions. At Warradale, another collision there, Morford Road at Oaklands Road. Highgate, you'll find intersection works continuing. That's Fullerton Road at Crossroads. Speeds reduced and road plates in use. Does get pretty busy on the drive home. And we're busy right now, South Road at Crossroad. Cameras, Hectorville Road, Hectorville and Walkerville Terrace at Gilberton. If you have an injury, illness or disability, the friendly team at APM can help you find a job. Head to apm.net.au to find out more today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Yes, on Isaac Watch, I believe he's just landing in Adelaide, and hopefully we'll get somebody to find him at the airport and might be able to have a chat. Never know your luck. Let's go to the phones. Tony. G'day, Tony. What are you prepared to give up for Isaac Rankin?
Well, I think the fact that they have entered a conversation of a huge contract to Isaac says that they are prepared to give up to get him, and so that means you have to do what it takes. But I wouldn't give up pick 5. Do Gold Coast need pick 5? Do they need draft picks? They've got so many concessions and picks already. They need players. So you look at your list, and if you're going to make hard calls and you want this to get done, you've got to get their attention. So you send Ben Keys home to Queensland for a direct swap. That's what you do.
Oh!
No.
Tony, I just fell off my chair. Ben Keys, a direct swap for Isaac Rankin.
Yeah.
What have you been chewing this afternoon, Tony? Serious?
You might do that with pick 5.
It might be pick 5, Ben Keys,
Yeah.
Fisher Mackesy, and a couple more steak knives, but geez.
That's
creative.
It's the sort of negotiation that doesn't quite
Tony, I want you to be the Crows list manager. You get that deal over the line, and I'll take you fishing for a year.
Yep, good call. Let's go to Lindy. Hi, Lindy.
Hi.
Oh, Lindy, just talk into your phone. You're a little bit scratchy. We want to hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Because I've been a bit sick and I've got a sore throat.
Love.
I would swap Foggy for Ranky, keep pick 6 and pick Horn Francis.
Blimey. Another tough negotiator.
Lindy, you'd be happy for Foggy to leave.
Yeah, she's swapping him. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I ain't getting rid of the Fog. The Fog's going to be twice the player of Rankin.
Just hitting his straps anyway. Let's have a chat to Rog. Roger's on the Ports list needs because they've just cleared out a few. What do you reckon, Rog?
I do. Yeah. Trade out all the Crows players. Yeah, let them go. Doesn't matter. We got 5 people delisted this year, and I'm really excited about what Cripps is going to do with it, dude. There's so many little kids out there that can be picked up, and big midfielders, ruckman, they're all there, and we got a chance to make it. If the Crows want to waste their money on Rankin, fine, let them waste their money on Rankin. We'll go for some decent players. Got my faith in Crippsy.
I know
Thanks,
Port
Rog.
have offered a Geelong small forward a 2-year contract. He's lightning quick. And I know Ken loves speed.
Yep.
And this lad is electrifying. So what have they lost? They've lost Motti, they've lost Gray, Who else in that small top?
Yeah, true, yeah.
They need a small forward, and just keep your eye on that one.
Yep.
Geelong small forward. And it isn't Tyson Stengel, by the way.
Yeah.
Timmy, so don't get excited.
Just before we jump to Anthony, just on the Cafe de Villiers, I'd give up Ned if he's happy to go, signed in till 2024, and Crouch and our round 2 pick for Rankin, says Scott. What about that? For
Creative.
That's
creative.
That's a big
package.
package.
Here's the thing. If you've got a contract, you got to want to leave.
Yeah, that's right.
So now Matt Crouch is being wooed by the 2 Perth clubs,
Yes.
but he's got to want to move to Perth. He's got a contract. He can stay.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
That's the tough one.
Let's go to Anthony. G'day, Anthony.
Good afternoon, boys. How are we? Hey,
Excellent.
I just want to talk about Rankine. Do you reckon the Crows could somehow split that pick 5 and get 2 firsts back in the door and then essentially trade one off and then a future second?
Yeah, like a 10 and 15 or something like that,
Yeah,
Anthony?
something like that, yeah. Because if you look at, I'm just looking at Charlie Cameron's numbers when he left at the end of 2017. Projection was he was going to make it. I think he was still in contract with the Crows for 2018. And we got pick 12 back for that, which was then, we turned that into Darcy Fogarty. So,
that's right.
Yeah, there's just, I reckon there's some good manoeuvres there. Now, there's another thing, boys. I'm hearing another name linked to the Crows, which should come out in the next 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah, who was it?
Wait and see.
Oh, come on. Give me initials or something.
Now, Anthony, you're not coming on the show and teasing us like that.
Yeah.
Give us his initials, the club, and it'd want to have some validity to it, or I'll jump through the phone.
I sent you guys a text message the other week saying that there'd be a big scoop about the Crows, and that's come to fruition. So just wait and see.
That's it.
Too cryptic.
One
Too
of the
cryptic,
worst,
Anthony.
one of the worst rumours we've ever had on the show. We've got a rumour about a player. Can't tell you who, but you'll hear it in the next 2 days.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Hey, read that one out there. The Cafe de Villiers text line.
I tell you, are Adelaide building a football team or a team of dwarf wrestlers, says Marie. You can't say that.
No,
what did she say? Small people.
Midgets.
Oh,
little people.
That's a bit harsh.
In fairness to Bix, he's been on about this for some time. He is a bit worried about the smallies that are there. Now, I can see the negativity with it, but just close your eyes for a second, Crow supporters, and think of a forward line with Rochelle, Rankin, Fogg, Walker and McAdam in it next year. Now, I know what you're going to say. You've got to get it down there with speed and delivery. Well, they'll work on that. Do you want Rankin? Yes or no?
We'll
let the club go and get him.
Find out after the break.
So you're happy with 2 top 10 picks going to 2
No, I'm
forward
not.
pockets?
I'm not ideally happy with that. If one of them can end up squirting through the midfield, both of them are a high-end talent. Now, I'd have killed for Rankin when he started. Now he's played his 50 games and he's there, he's available, has speed, X factor. I think the blue skies are so blue and shiny, Leith. I'm after that. I don't know whether it's a pick 5 and plus and plus and plus and it's 800,000. The proof will be in the pudding. We're going to have to see how that pans out. But if you're saying to me, I want him, so go get him.
The highest paid player in the history of the Adelaide
Surprises
Football Club.
me. Surprises me.
Is he Cyril Rioli?
No, it surprises me. But sometimes you've got to give a bit to get a bit. You don't want to give too much. Over to the list management.
Let's see. Have you say 8223 0000 Crows fans? Are you doing that deal? And if so, what are you giving up? We like the unusual and creative suggestions so far. Just
some were a bit skinny on the deal.
Yeah, getting a few boiled lollies out the door and trying to get some chocolates. That's
Ben
not how
Keys
it
for
works.
Isaac Rankin.
We're going to
I
take a
nearly
break.
fell off my chair.
Brodie Smith, Crow Star, is not too far away. A mystery moment, $1,450. And we're on Isaac Watch. He's landed at the airport. We'll bring you that as soon as we can. Broadcasting live from Wallabies HQ ahead of the big match Saturday, 3 o'clock at the Adelaide Oval against the Springboks. Back after this.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. 5AA Breakfast.
Chip Legrand, like so many Victorians, he's got 3 teenage kids, he's got 2 large dogs, he's got a wife, and he spent the last 24 months incarcerated at home. Thought he'd write a book in his spare time about the experience.
What else are you going to do with your time, right?
Informing Adelaide.
We lost our way with how long we stayed locked down. We never really trusted people to do the right thing. Resorting to lockdown is the first defence.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarek. A report into Scott Morrison's administration of 5 secret portfolios has found what he did was not illegal. It's believed the cause of last night's multi-million-dollar house fire at Netherby was accidental. Australian music icon John Farnham is undergoing surgery at a Victorian hospital to remove a cancerous growth. And Ben Cunnington has recommitted to North Melbourne, signing a 2-year contract extension with the Roos. Now checking 5AA traffic.
And Hindmarsh got a smash on Port Road near South Road heading outbound. Cravers West, look out for another collision there. Upper Sturt Road near Sheoak Road. That's affecting both directions at the moment. While at Warradale, another collision, Morford Road at Oaklands Road. Busy right now, Tapley's Hill Road near Anzac Highway with cameras, Harrow Road, College Park. Another one, Walkerville Terrace at Kilberton. Want a delicious meal or snack? Head to Guzmani Gomez for their nacho fries, just $9.90. Yes, nacho fries, just $9.90 at GYG for a limited time only. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Showers tonight, a low of 8, a shower or 2 tomorrow and 14. Currently it's 11 degrees. More news at 5 o'clock and As It Happens on 5AA.
Discover North America today with Phil Hoffman Travel and Fiji Airways. Experience true Fijian hospitality and fly Fiji Airways from Adelaide to Los Angeles and San Francisco via Fiji. Book return flights from Adelaide for just $12.99 per person, with a convenient connection time of only 2 hours in Nadi. Or on your way home, why not extend your holiday in tropical Fiji? Hurry, sale ends August 31st. Conditions apply. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel today. Visit pht.com.au.
Everyone at the back, please. Sitting quietly, please. In a circle, thank you. Today we're going to talk about what we'd like to be when we grow up.
A police girl. Race car driver. I want to be a gymnast. I want to be a concreter. With Adelaide exposed concrete. I want to be a concreter too. Me too.
AdelaideExposedConcrete.com.au. Best on ground all year round.
What's a concreter?
This Remember September, you choose the challenge. Give it up or move it. Maybe give up something you like caffeine, sugar or alcohol. Easy, right? It's free to enter and you'll be helping Pankind help fund life-saving pancreatic cancer research. Connect with workmates, friends or family no matter where they are. Remember September, a way to honour someone lost to pancreatic cancer or stand with those fighting the disease. Register now at rememberseptember.org.au.
Hi, Danny Mannix from Mannix Solar. With electricity prices rising, there's never been a better time to install a solar system. Because right now at Mannix, get a great price on a 4.6 kilowatt system from just $3,990, fully installed, with a 15-year installation warranty. Buy with confidence from the name you have known and trusted for over 50 years. And best of all, you know we'll be around in the future. For a free quote, give us a call on 1300 Mannix or follow the jingle and go online anytime.
Need a forklift? Don't just get a forklift, get a Toyota forklift. Toyota is the world's #1 forklift brand with a great range of pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options. Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au. Get a Toyota forklift.
Scraped your caravan? Your insurance should cover that. Speak to Walker Crash Repairs and let them fix it.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
We are broadcasting live from Sanctuary Cove in Queensland ahead of the massive game at the Adelaide Oval this Saturday between the Wallabies and the Springboks. If you want to get your tickets, you can do so at Ticketek. We'll speak to one of the star Wallabies just after 5 o'clock in
Excellent.
Nick White. First time I've ever
Whitey.
seen show prep done on a banana lounge, you two, which is interesting indeed. Let's catch up with one of the Crow Stars who we love and adore. But this might be the last time for the year, by the way.
Oh.
Brody Smith joins us thanks to ASIC Couriers. If you need something delivered for your business, don't risk it. Ace it with ASIC Couriers.
Smith goes long with his right leg off one step. He's kicked it. Smith has kicked it from the middle of the ground. It was an unbelievable kick. Well, let's start here, B. Smith. You've got Isaac Rankin. What a coup. Kabang.
News to hear today, but the bad news was I was really looking forward to catching up with you blokes, and I hear that all expenses paid 5-star resort on the Gold Coast.
Oh. B. Smith.
Had to cut you, mate.
There are too many distractions up here for any sporting team to do well. Honestly, It's laid back, it's laconic. I hope the Wallabies can pull it together when they get to Adelaide and they take on the Springboks on Saturday. Yeah, but we are up here. But how good's that? Have you called the lad? Because you coached him in the under-18s.
Yeah, no, I haven't had an opportunity to speak to him yet, but yeah, certainly will. It's great news, and it's obviously been rumoured for a little bit now, but to know that he officially wants to be at the footy club, that's fantastic for us, and just need to get the trade done now, and then can't wait to see him through the pre-season and throughout the off-season as well.
Are you excited at the potential growth? I think Isaac had his breakout year this year, and we saw him do the things that I think we knew he could do at junior level. But are you excited perhaps at the next level of growth that he can get at your club?
Oh, absolutely. And I think especially with the way you've seen our forward line grow throughout this year as well, with Fogg really stepping up, Big Filthies flying at the ball really well. And then you add Rash back into the mix as well, with potentially obviously Isaac. It just makes it really exciting for us, and can't wait to see what that sort of mix brings us. But whenever you've got exciting young talent like Ranks is, it's always good to know that they're on the way to your footy club and can really add something to the team.
What's a fair trade? The Crows have 5 and 23. What do you think the young lad's worth, B. Smith? You love keeping your eyes over all this.
I do, but I'm actually in a fantasy football league for the NFL, so if you ask them about my GM skills, I'm absolutely terrible. Okay. So I'm glad I'm not in control of the Crows, because I get that terribly wrong, I reckon. But
I was going to ask you, mate, are you interested in that sort of money ball situation where you do all the trading, or you're just trying your hand at it now through fantasy?
Well, my team was 3-11 last year and came last, so that sort of answers that question for you. So I think I better stay out of that business.
Would you do this trade on a Cafe de Villiers? A listener said a straight swap for Ben Keys.
No, I love Keysy with all my heart, so I couldn't possibly do that.
Hey, Brody, just have a listener's forward line that Rowey set up, and just tell me what you think of it.
Tex, Fogg, Rankin, Rochelle, McAdam. Now that excites me, B. Smith. I know you got to get it down there, but does that excite you? B. Smith?
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, we lost him there for a second. I think that did excite him. Then he fell off his chair. Fair dinkum.
Fell in the pool.
Are you back, B. Smith?
Oh, sorry, mate.
Hello?
He's back.
Yeah, answer that one.
Yeah, I did fall off my chair there. It's very exciting. We just got to worry about getting the ball into that forward line, though. That's the next issue.
That's the thing. The club thinks that Rankin could be a midfielder, and so too Rochelle. You've seen young Joshy boy. What do you think? Are they midfielders or are they small forwards?
I think they can certainly be that sort of player that does CB and then sort of sneaks forward. So you've seen guys like Jamie Elliott. He goes into the CB and then sort of drifts forward, and a forward replaces him in the midfield. So I think there's definitely guys that can do that. We know how much talent both of them have, and obviously to have that sort of talent around the footy is really important, and can sort of throw defenders out as well if they don't know who's swapping and who's the midfielder, who's the forward. So I reckon we can add a few little tricks for those sort of guys.
Okay, and he's on $850,000 a year. Up near your sort of coin, B. Smith.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, jeez. Hey, the highest paid player in the history of the club, B. Smith.
Oh, not if you ask Laddie. But
okay.
He'll be shouting dinner if that's the case, that's for sure.
Hey, Brody, we were talking pre-show just about where Isaac's at today and where Charlie Cameron was at when he went up to Brisbane. And the stats and everything look very, very even. You played with both. Do you see similarities?
Certainly in terms of their speed and electricity around the footy, and some of the tricks that they both have. So there's definitely similarities there. And I think Charlie will hate me saying it, but I think Isaac is a bit better in the air. He can take a couple of hangers and a couple more tricks than Charlie. If he ever hears that I've said that, he'll have me dead. But I reckon he's got a few tricks in the bag.
You'll have to get the Harley Davidson vroom vroom out as well. How did your exit meetings go? How'd the boys all go with that?
Yeah, pretty good. It was. It's all been individual the last 2 days, and we've got a team review tomorrow. So, got the individuals done the last couple of days, and then get in tomorrow and turn our attention to what the off-season programs and pre-season is going to look like, and have a couple of focuses going into next year.
Okay. So no Wacky Wednesday. You've got another meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, well, obviously the SNFL boys are still playing finals footy, so
Okay.
don't want to leave those boys out of the action in terms of off-field antics. So I think we're going to plan a day a bit closer to the BNF, which is a month away, so those boys can focus on finals and they're not missing out on any of the fun.
Yeah. It's a tough time, isn't it? Those that are out of contract, those whose names are getting mooted around through the media for trade, you know, the list there, their mates are yours, Smithy. What advice do you give those lads that are hanging up in the air or names are getting bandied around in the media to go to another club? Is it, you know, do you reach out as one of the leaders?
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously a very difficult time, and it's good that, as I said, a lot of those guys are still playing SNFL footy, but be able to, you know, on Sunday, for example, just have a beer with everyone and sit down and chat about the year and I guess all those sorts of things that are still up in the air. But I think the good thing that with those sort of guys is the club's been very clear and honest with exactly where they're at to sort of just eliminate a bit of that anxiety around, you know, what's happening, what could happen, am I going to be here, am I going to be in the state? So, yeah, obviously a difficult time and there's a lot going through those guys' heads. So I think, yeah, as a club, if we can give them as much clarity as possible, just puts them in a bit of a better place when they know they've got to wait around a little bit, which is obviously pretty daunting for them.
That'd be nice.
Well, hopefully you can enjoy that all together in a few weeks' time. Hey, Brody, just a general reminder, you did lose Showdown.
Here we go.
And Rowey lost his bet. Now, do you remember you were going to come down and taunt me at the Rams game? He was going to go to the Rams game. Remember last week? He was going to taunt me. Is there any chance you'd help Rowey out next week at the Birkenhead, or is that just a flat no?
Oh, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I can't remember ever.
Well done, Pete Smith.
Well,
dear,
if I got the invite up to the Goldie, I might have helped Rowey out, but he's just let me hear.
You know what? Even a blind peanut squirrel trips over a peanut, Timmy. It's one Showdown each.
Yeah, well, that's all right, but I just thought,
we won the more important one.
I reckon he
Round
was going. If you had invited Brody up here, you would have got that support, but he's off now. He's out.
I'm going to help the Port boys, I reckon.
Mate, thanks for your year. It's been outstanding. Enjoy the break. Have a massive pre-season. I mean, if they can end up with Max Michaelani and they can end up with Isaac Rankin with picks and swaps and all that sort of stuff, keep the majority of that list together, have a massive pre-season. We can go into 2023 with a bit of heart and some real hope. B. Smith, thanks for your time, and, mate, you've been a ripper.
Thanks, boys. I've loved being on. Thanks for having me again.
Well done, Brodie Smith for ACET Couriers. If you need something delivered for your business, don't risk it.
ACET!
With ACET Couriers, he's a much-loved member of the team, so too Gordo.
Yeah, and can I just say to ACET Couriers, a family-owned business,
Yes.
They've been proud sponsors of ours through the years. They're massive into the 36s. They're community-minded, and without their support, you don't get people like Brodie Smith.
Correct.
And I love the team
Spot
down
on.
there. They're absolutely superb, even though the majority of them out the back barrack for Port Adelaide.
Yes, my mate Sayo. She got in there and she's infiltrated. I love it.
She has.
Did Brodie get a head knock on the weekend? He just doesn't remember that bet. He was going to come down.
Nah, he avoided that beautifully, didn't he?
Very good.
So I'm going to be at the Birkenhead on my Pat Malone with 10 listeners. Are we giving two away today?
And Charlie will start it tomorrow.
I'll start it tomorrow.
I'll obviously be there.
Yeah, I think Charlie Dixon wants to come down too.
Oh, we've got to get Charlie there. He's my cobber.
Yeah.
So that'll be 12 into you, which will be nice. You'll just be like William Wallace on your own.
That's all right. What can they do?
You can do it.
Timmy,
You can do it.
Timmy, I might put a little handline over the wharf down there at Birkenhead. That's a great pub, by the way.
Get on the Cafe de Villiers and tell us what we could do to him.
Exactly right. We're going to take a short break. More of your calls coming up. 8223 0000. Particularly want to hear from Crows fans. The excitement of Isaac Rankin choosing the club is great.
What gets it done?
Now, how do you get it done?
Get it done.
Are you happy with pick 5? There's a lot of people who think that's too much.
There's a few
Is
here
that
saying
about
too
right?
much.
We'll get to the Cafe de Villiers text, but before we do all of that, let's make someone's day and give them, hopefully, $1,450 because thanks to the Burrows, this is the mystery moment.
The 5AA Sports Show Mystery Moment.
Total shock and disbelief.
All right, so America is one clue. Hall of Fame is another clue. $15 snitties Monday to Wednesday at the Albion, the Burke and the Excelsior. You just know it's a Barrow. If you know what that mystery moment is, call us now, 8223 0055. If you don't, here's the good news. A, you'll get a $50 voucher, Tim, to go to the Barrow hotels.
No brainer.
And B, there will be a new clue tomorrow at $1,500. Go to it, 8223 0055. On the roads for the new Mitsubishi with the two clear standouts, Wavell and Southern Mitsubishi. They're driven by Australian Motors.
Got a few collisions to keep in mind on the drive home. At Athelston, got one there, Gorge Road near Schultz Road. Hindmarsh, another collision there, Port Road near South Road. That's as you're heading outbound. And another one at Warrenale, Morford Road near Oaklands Road. Getting busy right now, Tapley Hill Road at Anzac Highway with cameras Harrow Road, College Park and Warm Memorial Drive in North Adelaide. Harrow Scarf's 3-day sale starts tomorrow. Get extra savings on homewares, Manchester clothing and more. That's great brands at great prices. Sale starts this Wednesday at Harrow Scarf. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. Win big bucks weekdays on 5AA with the 5AA Sports Show Mystery Moments. Thanks to Barrow Hotels. For the perfect meal, head to a Barrow Hotel, the Albion, Birkenhead Tavern, Excelsior or Sundowner in Whyalla.
If you've got to keep it cool, you need Budget Car and Truck Rentals, especially if you're in business. Budget Car and Truck Rentals have a fleet of refrigerated vans, trucks and cool rooms standing by to keep your business in business. Transporting or storing flowers, chocolate and all fresh produces. Keep it cool in a refrigerated van, truck or cool room from Budget Car and Truck Rentals. Oh, great for parties too. Call 13 27 27. That's 13 27 27.
We love our vast rugged country, but out here is no place to break down. For 50 years, the team at Terrain Tamer have been engineering, testing and manufacturing off-road four-wheel drive parts. Over this time, we've learnt what is reliable and how we can strengthen a vehicle to ensure a safe journey. With Australia's largest range of four-wheel drive parts, we're the four-wheel drive specialists. So you can be sure no matter where you are in Australia, the Terrain Tamer team will be there to help you get home. With Terrain Tamer, you're in safe hands.
With everything going on, it's tough to stay ahead. But you can always rely on a great Aussie shed to protect your tractor, boat or car, even turned into your very own bar. Somewhere to pile up your bales of hay or to escape with a block of clay. Whatever the plan for your Great Aussie Shed, act fast, because our Great Aussie Shed sale is here at last. Visit one of our 4 display centres today. Olympic Industries, built to last.
G'day, it's Mark Bickley. Schools, councils and businesses all over South Australia choose Leader Computers for very important reasons. Leader is local and exceptional value. No matter what happens, Leader can be on site to fix your problem. No overseas or interstate call centres to deal with. Plus, Leader Computers is a 100% owned and operated South Australian company, offering fast same-day delivery and setup. That's why so many organisations rely on Leader. Google Leader Computers to find your closest Leader reseller.
Hi, Susanna Toop here from Toop & Toop. 414. That's how many suburbs we operate in across Adelaide. We manage homes from $200 per week right through to $3,000 per week. Who are you trusting to look after your biggest investment? toop.com.au.
We are live from Sanctuary Cove. We're with the Wallabies. They're here on Saturday. Cannot wait. Now, how awesome would a $100,000 payday be?
Pretty good.
Well, now's the time to get your Hospital Research Foundation home lottery tickets with more life-changing prizes up for grabs, like 10 lucky people winning $100,000.
Gee, that's hard to imagine. I wouldn't know what to do with $100,000. Treat yourself to maybe to an epic holiday, buy a new car, or make some bills just disappear. Purchase a ticket before midnight Friday and you could be one of 10 winners to hit the jackpot with $100,000 cash.
That'd get me a boat. That'd be the tender for one of those 7 million numbers that are floating straight out the front here.
Not even a
it'd be incredible. 10 winners will each receive $100,000. The sooner you get your tickets, the more prizes and the chances you have to win.
It's pretty simple. You've got to get in before midnight Friday for your shot at the 100K payday. Plus, your tickets stay in all the remaining draws to win millions more in prizes like stunning Scott Salisbury home at Summerton Park. Magnificent. Don't miss out. Visit homelottery.com.au now.
scraped your caravan? Don't worry, call Walker Crash Repairs, your RAA approved caravan crash repairer.
The 5AA Sport Show. Rowey and Timmy G. The 5AA Sport Show. Mystery Moment.
Total shock and disbelief. Well, it would be if you had $1,450 in your pocket. All you need to do is tell us the mystery moment. The clues are America and Hall of Fame. Tim, who's our lucky contestant?
Absolutely. We got Larry on the line. G'day, Larry.
Yeah, how you going, Tim?
Excellent, mate. Let's try and make Larry happy.
Well,
all right, my friend. Tell us your mystery moment.
I think it was Greg Norman. He won the 1993 Open with that last shot, and he's also on the American Hall of Fame, so I think it's Greg Norman.
He's actually up here at the moment,
Shark.
Gregory.
He's just down the road.
Fortunately.
Unlucky, Larry.
Larry.
You can have a $50 voucher to the Burrow Hotel Group. Spend that wisely, but thank you very much for playing.
Thanks very much.
Good on you, Larry. That Cafe de Ville's text has gone berserk. I think it's overwhelming. Crows supporters don't want to give pick 5 for ranking, but 100% they want him. Here's the thing, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Well, that's a bit it, Rowey, and I've been reading a few of them. Here's one. It says, this sounds like a Kurt Tippett trade to me. How many games for Sydney did he play for massive dollars? A big no to Rankin, and he could be like another Fantasia, it says, so a little bit injury prone.
I don't think he's injury prone. He's
been,
22
he's very solid. He's very solid this year, without a doubt. So, guys, for Rankin, pick 5 plus a third round, or maybe Crouch or Road to go to pre-season with big dollar 2-year deals. Scare away for the first 4 draft. So,
but here's the thing: you got to want to go.
You got to want to go, which you mentioned earlier that perhaps Matt's not keen to do that. And hi guys, as a Crow supporter, not happy with Rankin at the expense of our biggest need. We need a big body midfielder. I think Rankin would have received better service at the Gold Coast than what he is likely to get at the Crows. On the subject of the midfield, I wonder if Nick Murray could be the answer with a suitable pre-season, says Greg.
I like him up forward. What gets the deal done? Have you say 82230000.
We're going to get to your calls in just 1 second. You mentioned that big body midfielder could have been the pitch invader on the weekend. You thought he had the pace and you thought he had the height. Well, you'll be happy to know that the Adelaide Oval have come down. They've reviewed the incident because it was premeditated, dangerous and reckless in contravention of the conditions of entry, and it's a second-time offence.
How many years?
6.
Oh,
that sounds
10 grand in 6 years.
MRO and the tribunal have
That's
gone
what it sounds like.
6 years. So
Wow.
it's high contact, it's reckless, it's premeditated, it's dangerous, and it's reckless.
And
6 years.
And he was wearing Jess shoes.
That's right.
Julius Marlowe's. Now, if he was wearing RM Williams,
$500.
And he,
or
he put
Rossi
them up
boots.
line for sale.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You clown. You absolute clown. Hello, Dave.
Yeah, g'day, boys. I've just been listening to the discussion about what we'd give away for Rankin. Now, when he was in the draft, we would have given pick 1 for him. So now he's done a 3 years of development at the Gold Coast. He's had a breakout year. We're getting him at absolutely the right time. So I don't understand the thinking about not giving pick 5.
Yeah, he's a jet. Pick 5 for me, and that's it.
Yeah, I think
it'll start. They'll want 2. They'll want state knives. They'll want all
Commander.
C's. Of course they will, but it'll land at 5, and I'd be happy with
And
that.
I know there was a previous caller saying, well, what are Gold Coast going to do with pick 5? Because but they can use it to trade, can't
Oh,
they?
they can do whatever
That's
they
the
like
thing.
with
so
it.
we'll go to Leith, and we're not talking Leith Forest. G'day, Leith. What's your thoughts?
Hey.
Go for it, mate.
Leith.
I'm just
Good,
wondering that they still three clubs to another trade deal.
3 clubs do a 3-way trade deal. Is that what Leith said?
Yeah.
Sorry, Leith. Well, look, there's all sorts of things that are going to have to transpire. Here's where it sits. Rankin wants to come. Gold Coast don't want to let him go. The list management and the list management of Gold Coast have to come together for an agreement, and that agreement will be hit because they're not going to want to walk him because he could be picked up by West Coast. They're talking wrestling, and Gold Coast don't want to let him go for nothing. So a deal will be done. Where that deal lands is going to be a lot of interest. But here's the thing. The Crows want him. He wants to come. Happy days.
Not bad. Here's a trade for you. This is Brad's suggestion. He said, I reckon it's a straight swap. Rowey and Tim Jennifer can stay up on the Gold Coast as they're already there, and Isaac can come back to Adelaide. Not bad, Brad.
Brad, that's not even funny.
No, I didn't mind it.
No, we should say too, some people are sending in text messages saying just walk him to the pre-season draft.
No, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work because the West Coast and Essendon have picks before Adelaide.
And both will say yes.
And both will grab him.
And why wouldn't North Melbourne?
And someone's saying, oh, Rowey, stop being disrespectful to Ben Keys. Hang on, Turbo Diesel. This is on the Cafe de Villiers text line. It was a caller that suggested that. And I'm laughing, not because it's Ben Keys. What if it was Rowe? It could have been anyone.
Well, it's not a straight swap.
I was laughing at the straight swap.
Yeah. It wasn't the player, it was the straight swap, yes.
So I'm not being disrespectful.
So, yes,
I laughed because
apologies.
it was a laughing
apologies.
thing.
We're going to get to a break very shortly. Wallabies star Nick White is going to join us, so looking forward to that. You can see Nick and the rest of the Wallabies in action against the Springboks this Saturday, 3 p.m. at the Adelaide Oval. Just before we get to the news, Tim, a man that you would know well at Port Adelaide. Great news for Adam Kingsley today, named as the new coach of the GWS Giants.
And this is fantastic. I mean, we know he played over 100 games at Port Adelaide. He was a member of the 2004 Premiership team, but I thought it was brilliant. 16 years in the system of being an assistant coach, and it's just an awesome result that he's just stuck in there, and he's done his apprenticeship well and truly, but congratulations to Adam.
How big are his arms and his neck?
Oh,
he's got a Desmond destroy. I had a look at Choco's 2004 Premiership team. Matty Primus coach, we know that. Hardwick's won 3 flags. Jew's a senior coach up here. Adam Kingsley now a senior coach at GWS. Lady, I think Chad Corns, Brent Montgomery, who else? Josh Franco, Jared Schofield. Josh Carr one day I think will get a
He's already won a flag with North.
From your team, Josh Marnie's a head of football at Essendon.
Yep. It's a good list.
That is not bad.
And it was
all
similar.
Because they work with Choco.
Yeah, but it also happened at Hawthorn years ago. Lee Matthews, Brisbane Lions guys.
The team they played on that day in 2004 have a fair
8
number
coaches,
as well.
Brad Scott, Chris Scott, who else? Craig McRae, Vossi,
Lepich,
Carousella, Lappin, Lepich. Unbelievable.
It is. Congratulations to Adam. Sure he'll do well. We'll get him on the show in the next few days. We're going to take a break. 5:30 headlines on the way with Michaela, and then on the other side, star Wallaby Nick White will join us. We are here. We are embedded in Wallabies headquarters here at Sanctuary Cove as they just gear up to take on the world champs, the Springboks. It's the first time in 20 years they'll be here in Adelaide. You can get tickets from as low as $20, so why wouldn't you attend? See international rugby at its absolute best. Tickets are available from Ticketek. Nick White after the news.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Saving for one of these? Maybe this. Then you're going to need one of these. Sorry, we didn't have a sound effect for a Credit Union SA 12-month term deposit account. But invest as little as $5,000 and we can give you 3% interest per annum. Save your way with a Credit Union SA 12-month term deposit account. Minimum $5,000 investment, T's and C's apply.
Patience pays off, especially if you've been holding out for a great deal on a new Volkswagen. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen is now receiving truckloads of new Volkswagens. Yes, they're coming. And they're available at amazing prices. Remember Mawson Lakes Volkswagen for servicing too, with next day servicing and free loan cars. Get a great deal on Volkswagen now. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle or delay. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen, just a short drive from the city.
Now, the Flinders Foundation and Simmons Homes are teaming up to help kids needing emergency care, treatment for illnesses and those suffering abuse and neglect. You can help bring about change and give yourself a chance to change your address.
This is magnificent. Simmons Homes have generously donated a brand new family home at 15 Rind Road, Lightsview. Be auctioned by our cobbers at Toop and Toop this Saturday at 12:30, and the proceeds for the sale go to supporting kids projects like the Flinders Medical Centre. How good's this?
Brilliant, mate. This contemporary 5-bedroom, 2-storey home styled by Bow Concept could be yours.
You can move straight on in this stunning new home, and great about supporting a cause. It is just terrific. The best care to South Australian children and families. Flinders Foundation, superb.
Spot on. Visit 15 Rind Road, Lightsview, from 9am this Saturday, or take a look at flindersfoundation.org.au.
Did you know in Ghana many people are buried in fantasy coffins that represent their lives? These include coffins shaped like planes, fish, cars, animals, even shoes. For a more simple, affordable option, talk to simplicityfunerals.com.au.
Get in here. It's Sheeds. We don't have the time to mess around. We can't afford any more downtime, and we need a result. It's about trust, and for hydraulic hose repairs, Ryco 24/7 are the ones. They'll get to you wherever you are. Their vans are on the road with fully qualified repairers, and they are supported by that other great South Australian team, BL Shipway, who I've known for over 30 years. Call Ryco 24/7 on 133247 or visit ryco247.com.au.
Hey Strikers fans, Jason Gillespie here. Forget footy season, it's time for SA to turn blue and get behind your mighty Adelaide Strikers. That's right, tickets to all WBBL and BBL matches are now on sale. And to welcome back the best fans in the league, we're excited to offer early bird pricing for a limited time across all matches. Don't delay, visit adelaidestrikers.com.au today for links to purchase, and we can't wait to see you back in blue this summer.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 8 with the 5 o'clock news. I'm Michaela Kamarek. A family is in temporary accommodation following a house fire at Netherby last night. The home in Netherby Avenue went up in flames just after 10 p.m. 7 people managed to evacuate while firefighters kicked in a back door to save the family's 2 pet dogs and stop the fire from spreading to neighbouring properties. The cause is believed to be accidental, while the damage bill has been set at around $1.5 million. Neighbour Warren Brown says it's devastating.
It's a tragedy. I mean, it'd be a tragedy in any place to have your home gutted like that.
The federal opposition says it will work with government to improve transparency in ministerial appointments. Labor has released a report into Scott Morrison's decision to secretly grant himself control over 5 portfolios. The nation's top lawyer has found the former Prime Minister didn't do anything illegal, but the arrangement should have been made public. New modelling predicts South Australia will likely face another COVID wave in November. Health Minister Chris Picton says it will come as immunity fades, but it's likely the wave won't be as severe as the one we've just had.
The modelling has really just been worked out on the basis of the reduced immunity that people will have over time for COVID after they've had their infections, and that will mean that there's likely to be more cases that we'll see coming up to November and the summer months as well.
Daily COVID cases have come down significantly, with SA Health reporting 850 infections today. The Prime Minister is the latest to send his best wishes to Australian music icon John Farnham. The 73-year-old is having surgery at a Melbourne hospital to remove a cancerous growth. Anthony Albanese says it's difficult news to hear.
John Farnham has been and continues to be a great Australian. He's not only provided entertainment, he also has been a contributor to the nation. When people need to raise money for bushfire recovery or for anything else, John Farnham is always there.
The opposition is calling for urgent action to improve standards within the cosmetic surgery industry. Allegations of disturbing practices at some clinics have surfaced as patients speak out about their experiences. The Federal Health Minister has committed to discussing the matter with his state and territory colleagues. Shadow Health Minister Anne Ruston says there's no time to waste.
I would call on the state and territory health ministers to make sure that this is a priority. We cannot continue to see the kind of stories that we've seen on the Nine network of recent days continue without action being taken in their jurisdictions.
Now turning to 5AA Sport, Adam Kingsley will see out the season as an assistant coach at Richmond before moving to GWS. The Giants' new head coach says he's super excited to take the reins.
There's a lot of young players coming through that have great potential, and they're surrounded by some really high quality experienced guys, so there'll be a few changes obviously as new coaches do, and hopefully we can respond and get back to where we've been for a long period of time.
Former Australian cricket captain Steve Smith maintains he's focused on batting and not a return to the leadership. The 33-year-old is preparing for a one-day series against Zimbabwe starting in Townsville on Sunday. He says he's content in the middle order.
No, I'm very chilled. The captains are doing a very good job, so I'm happy just helping out where I can and just getting by.
And men's tennis world number 2 Alexander Zverev has withdrawn from the US Open due to an ankle injury. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Complete windscreens, same-day service and best price guaranteed. Proudly South Australian since 1976. Complete windscreens.
A few collisions to look out for on the drive home. One at Athelston, that's Gorge Road near Schultz Road. Another one at Hindmarsh, this is on Port Road near South Road. It's as you're heading outbound. Look out for another crash too. This one's at Warradale causing delays. Morford Road and Oaklands Road. And we're busy right now. Tapley's Hill Road near Anzac Highway. A few cameras to look out for too. Aldridge Avenue, Plimpton Park and Fitzroy Terrace at North Adelaide. Hungry? Head to a Porto for the 5 for $5 chicken strips. 5 delicious crispy chicken strips with your choice of dipping sauce, just $5. Only at a Porto. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 8, a shower or 2 tomorrow and 14. Thursday showers continuing 16 and Friday cloudy and 16. Right now it's 12 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
A multi-million-dollar fire destroys a Netherby home. How yet another driver ended up on the O-Bahn. John Farnham in the fight of his life. The music legend diagnosed with cancer. A COVID case climb coming. The latest modelling on SA's Next Wave. The pizza punch-up caught on dash cam. And roping in a roo. See the Glengarry rescue mission. I'm Kate Collins. See the full story on 9 News Tonight at 6.
SA's greatest rivalry on radio. The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
Well, the Wallabies are returning to Adelaide for the first time in 2 decades. They're hosting the world champion Springboks for the El Toro Rugby Championship. It's this coming Saturday. Tickets are available at Ticketek. We've got the Wallaroos in action against the Black Ferns, so it's a massive day of international rugby. And cue the Willie Sam back in the studio because we are on the road. This is how much we love international rugby. We're at Sanctuary Cove in headquarters.
Oh, I love it. It is dangerous up here because it's very laconic. It's holiday mode.
You know how I opened up.
You can fall into bad habits like drinking and sleeping and eating. And
you remember I said,
but not the Wallabies, Timmy G.
You remember when I said Ben Harris said it's not conducive to football?
Yes.
And somebody said Ben Harris doesn't even know what that word means. So
no.
I've been exposed. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be a huge game this
Cannot
weekend.
wait.
Double header. Obviously we've got the Wallaroos playing the Black Ferns, and then it's going to be the Wallabies v the Springboks, and we've got the scrum half with us. He's 50 test player already. Nick, g'day mate, how are you? Nick White, good to see you.
Thanks for having me, guys. Welcome to HQ.
Thank you, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, that's been good, but how hard's the today's session, I believe, was pretty intense.
It was, yeah. A couple of weeks ago we went over to Argentina and won one, lost one. Second one just wasn't acceptable. So yesterday's review was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Bit of sharpening of the axe, and there was a fair bit of intensity in that yesterday, and a lot of intensity in the way we trained today. Really had to, I guess some guys spent a week thinking about that loss, which is tough, and we ripped in today, did a lot of hard work to make sure we right some wrongs and fix that, and make sure we head over to Adelaide and give it to the Springboks.
Well, the thing about that is the Springboks record here in Australia is
terrible.
Great.
No, it's
which is great for us.
Well, yeah, but look, I know it's very cliche, but it just means nothing. You're only as good as your next game. So, look, they're in a good spot at the moment. They've been playing some bloody good rugby. A little bit different to what we've been playing against in Super Rugby against the Kiwis and against Argentina. It'll be a different style, but that presents an opportunity for us. And gee whiz, they've got some big fellas. So yeah, look, it's exciting. Like I said, we've sharpened the axe this week. We're training bloody hard and looking forward to getting into them because we feel like we can do a job against them.
We've never lost at Adelaide Oval, the Wallabies. Namibia was our last game in 03. We won 142-0, Whitey.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's not really a comparison, I wouldn't have thought.
No, we can notch up a few though, I reckon.
Yeah.
We'll give it a crack.
So will it be a kicking game on Saturday?
So South Africa, they tend to play a very high kicking game. They'll look to play without the ball. They'll kick a lot off a guy that I've got to verse. Faf de Klerk, long blonde hair, he'll kick it a lot. They back their wingers to chase, create a bit of chaos around the catch, and then they look to feed off that. They play a very set-piece game. Like I said, they're packed. They've got some big fellas.
Yeah.
They look to scrum. They look to maul. So it's a different sort of footy. It's not.
So how do you counter that? What do you guys do to counter?
Yeah, so we've got to look at that. Obviously it's an area of strength for them to put up the high ball, get their fast wingers underneath it, and create that chaos. So we've got to find a way to create a bit of an area, a safe space for our guys to come forward and catch that. A little bit what they're doing in AFL, which you guys know a fair bit of over there, a bit of gamesmanship around that. And if we can catch that, because they're going high balls, they'll give us a lot of territory, which they won't be happy about. So look, they win a lot of their high contests in the air. If we can win a fair few of those, we've got a bit of territory. We can maybe build some pressure in the right area. So we want to play a lot of the rugby down their end, which is a place where they don't want to play it. So they'll kick it back to us a lot more often than not. So if we can play up there, they'll kick it to us. They give us the ball in a good spot.
So you're the scrum half. If we threw you in the sky, you'd be higher than a palm tree. What are your dimensions? You're a scrum half. Timmy's bigger than you.
Mate, I'm not real big. 80 kilos ringing wet.
80 kilo ringing wet.
Ringing wet.
5'9"er. Collingwood 5'9"er.
Yeah, 175. What's that? 5? Yeah, probably 5'9". I don't know that.
Yeah, it is.
That's about Timmy's height.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
So
I'm 178, Tim Ginniver.
Mate,
he's arguing about a centimetre.
with your RMs on, baby.
They've got lifts in it too. So scrum half, what's the scrum half do? Just for those back home that are wanting to get into their Wallabies, because they'll be there at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
That's it. So beauty of rugby, it's a game for all shapes and sizes. As you can see me, I go to school and tell kids, look, if I can play professional rugby, anyone can. So we've got big fellas up front. You saw Tanyella and Allen. They're like 120, 130 clicks. They're big fellas. So they'll pack down the scrum. Then we've got in behind them, the second rowers. So Rory Arnold, what's he? You got to be nearly 7 foot. We throw them up in the air. They'll win the line out.
So you throw the big boys up, not the little boys.
Well, the big fellas up front,
Bigger
Allen
reach.
and those guys, they're the heavy, strong guys. They'll lift up the tall
Bigger
guys.
reach. Yeah.
Okay.
Throw them in the air. Then when they win the line out or win the scrum,
They give it to you, then you pass
it. They give it to me. So
you're the rover.
I touch the ball more than anybody. I make a whole heap of decisions, hopefully some good ones.
Yeah.
Kind of decide, are we run, kick, left, right, what are we doing, which way are we going? And I've got to communicate that to the forwards. I'm a link guy.
So tactically, you've got to be strong.
Myself and the 10, we've got to be pretty tactically strong. We'll drive a lot of I'll drive the forwards, the 10 will drive the backs more often. And they say the forwards decide whether we win the game and the backs decide by how much.
I've heard that.
So it all starts up front, and so hopefully the big boys give me a bit of a platform. I'll feed the backs, and then they have a bit of fun. So
you're the man, Whitey.
Yeah. I'm not the man, but
you're the man.
I just get to make a lot of decisions. Hopefully good ones, like I said, and it helps. I've got a lot of help out there, but
brilliant.
Look, we've sold a heap of tickets already for the game, but we're looking to just top that up now. For those that haven't been to a game, both our AFL teams are out, so they're looking to do something this weekend. Now, from a rugby point of view, I think one of the spectacular things is the line out. I love the line out, and then of course it's the rush to the line to try and get a try. But the line out, just to describe it for people and how you lift those people up and the whole tactics behind it.
Yeah, look, if any of the boys hear me talking about a line out or a scrum,
they'll laugh.
They'll laugh and have a crack at me, but I'll have a crack in layman's terms because that's all I get described. The line out is unbelievably technical. There's so many calls. You've got guys trying to read it in the opposition. They'll try match up. Yeah. They'll try to predict what they're doing. So there are so many different, there's bluffs, double bluffs, triple bluff, quadruple. They'll go forward, back, then forward again, then jump up. And it's all about winning the ball. Yeah. Honestly, it is. It's a game where the bloke will be standing here marking you up, and then he'll jump at the back. And it's impressive. To be able to learn all that, then learn all our plays. There's a lot going on for the forwards, and to be honest, they're big fellas. So
and then there's just the brutal clashes, isn't
exactly, there? Exactly, yeah. So their hearts going pretty hard. They're working pretty hard, and they've also got to win that. So the line out's pretty cool. Then there's different numbers. So we'll have you can go from 3-man line out, 4, 5, 6, 7-man line out. Geez, we can throw in some backs. I jump in the front every now and then. They might lift me, they might not.
Okay.
That could be a bluff.
There's a bluff.
So yeah, there's a lot of intricacies in rugby, and there are a lot of rules and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's just a contact sport. It's it is about the big fellas up front, just having a crack at those guys. Like I said, there's big guys. It's all about just dominance.
You got 15 on the pitch. How many are allowed to rotate now?
So we've got substitutions. And what have we got on the bench? 8 on the bench.
8 on the bench, yeah.
So once you come off, you can't go back on.
Okay. So you've got to be tactical with that as well.
Yeah. So, a lot of the time they'll be pretty tactical. They'll know what they're doing. You don't really call them the bench anymore. Call them finishers.
Yeah.
They'll come on and add some energy.
Impact.
Exactly, impact, and change the game, because the big fellas will get pretty tired. You can bring on some new big fellas, or you can bring on some small fellas that'll pretty zippy around there. And so it's exciting. That's another part that to be a finisher, an impact player.
Well, I think Timmy would be a number 10. Timmy, I reckon you'd be a good fly half. I reckon I'd be this, only because I like the name of it. What is a loose head prop?
A loose head prop. So
I would be a loose head prop. You liked that one, Leith, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's nodding. So what does he do? What do I do?
Okay, so
I'm 107 kilo, 5'9", electrically quick. I probably have one really good effort, and then you'd have to bend me.
Yeah. Loose head prop.
I'm a loose head prop. Righty.
Impact, loose head prop.
I am impact, full of impact.
So a loose head prop, when the scrum packs,
Yeah.
the tight head will have a guy on either side, so the hooker and the loose head prop will be attacking him. So tight head prop's bloody hard. You got two guys coming after you.
Okay.
Loose head prop, he's on the outside. I won't say an easier job, but his job's different.
That's me. Now you're from Scone. Is
I
it
am.
Scone or Scone?
It's Scone.
Scone.
So that's in Victoria.
New South Wales.
Oh, it's in New South Wales.
New South
So you're not an AFL man at all?
No.
Don't have a
no.
team? No.
Nowhere near it.
No.
One thing I did
Wouldn't even
notice,
care.
Nick, though, is you do have a moustache. It's very similar to
Peaky Blinders?
A Peaky Blinder.
It is.
You got a touch of Arthur
did it
about
get
you.
inspired by that?
It was. I was actually. I played a couple of years in England, and we had a social. So I'll piss up.
Yeah,
Big piss up.
Yeah.
And the team went on that, and we had a theme. It was Peaky Blinders. And I had a beard for a couple of years. I'll shave this beard. I'll grow a mo. I grew this mo. I thought, gee whiz, this is all right.
Yeah.
Touch of the Arthurs.
The missus didn't like it. I liked it. You beauty. It's staying. It's been
Put
here
the
for
cheese
about
cutter
5
hat on?
years. Mate, yeah, that's it. You name it. Full outfit, full kit and caboodle.
Stop it.
Did you win a prize?
Awesome. Nah.
Best dressed?
No, nothing like that. Just had a good day at Bath races.
Nah.
Jeez, it was a good day.
Brilliant,
From what I
mate.
remember anyway.
Well done. Hey, best of luck on the weekend. I hope
fantastic.
you win best dressed on the weekend when you're playing for the Wallabies and beat those Springboks, mate. Bring
Thanks,
it home.
guys. Appreciate it. And looking forward to getting over to Adelaide. Can't wait.
You're going to love it, mate.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well done, Whitey. And for those that haven't thought about going yet, make sure you do.
Double
The
header.
Wallaroos first at noon, 3 o'clock, the Wallabies. You won't be disappointed.
No.
Action aplenty. And there's no real stop down. It's just action, action, action.
Absolutely. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we might give you another chance to win.
Ooh.
We're always doing this, Rowey. We're very generous on the Sports Show.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. The Skip, Mark Bickley, talks footy each Friday night on the 5AA Sports Show. Thanks to Jarvis Toyota. Rediscover the road in the all-new Toyota Land Cruiser 300 at Jarvis Toyota, South Road, Clovelly Park.
Time to find out what's making news in the Channel 7 newsroom as we welcome Jane Doyle to the show. And Jane, what's the top story tonight?
A devastating fire, Timmy, at Netherby. A family of 7 forced to flee their multi-million-dollar home, and then firefighters very bravely kicked indoors and went in to rescue a couple of pet dogs. A mother and daughter have been prosecuted over the mistreatment of 19 emaciated horses in the Mid-Murray. Now, some COVID modelling is predicting another wave in early summer, November, but barring a new variant, it shouldn't be as bad as the winter spikes. And sad news today that John Farnham, one of Australia's greatest musicians, is battling cancer. He's been undertaking surgery. In sport, Isaac Rankin will seek a trade with the Crows and come down from the north. And the Sandville finals start this weekend. Both Glenelg and Norwood are sweating on the fitness of key players. We'll have all the details for you tonight at 6 in 7 News. Look forward to your company then.
Cheers, Jane. Jane Doyle and all the team at Channel 7. There's only one choice. 7 News tonight at 6.
Need a forklift? Don't just get a forklift, get a Toyota forklift. Toyota is the world's #1 forklift brand with a great range of pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts, right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options, Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au. Get a Toyota forklift.
I'm Kathy Nagel, Chief Executive of Western Hospital Henley Beach. Are you looking for a new GP? Western Hospital GP Clinic delivers primary care to all. Our GPs and experienced practice staff will assist you with your health journey and be there for you when you need it most, from young families to seniors. Healthcare assessments and care plans are just part of the services offered here at Western Hospital GP Clinic by our 12 friendly GPs. For more information or to make an appointment online, visit westernhospitalgp.com.au.
Secret Sounds presents Harvest Rock, a music festival like you've never tasted before. November 19 and 20. Boasting some of the world's leading artists at Adelaide's Rymal and King Rodney Parks for 2 hedonistic days. See Jack White's only Australian show, Crowded House, The Black Crows, Groove Armada, Kurungbin and more. Plus delectable food and innovative bars. Harvest Rock. Tickets on sale Wednesday, August 24. Sign up for pre-sale at harvestrock.com.
At Harvey Norman, get 60 months interest-free, no deposit finance from Latitude and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Shop furniture, bedding, computers and technology, TVs and entertainment and more. That's 60 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Finance only available if you have or are approved for a participating Latitude credit card. Minimum finance amount $1,000. See T's and C's. Interest applies for non-compliance. Fees and product exclusions apply. Now at Harvey Norman.
Hi, Susanna Toop here from Toop and Toop. 414. That's how many suburbs we operate in across Adelaide. We manage homes from $200 per week right through to $3,000 per week. Who are you trusting to look after your biggest investment? Toop.com.au.
Scraped your caravan? Your insurance should cover that. Speak to Walker Crash Repairs and let them fix it.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Hope you're enjoying the show. We're enjoying being here at Sanctuary Cove. It is Wallabies headquarters ahead of the massive game against the Springboks. For the first time in 20 years, your chance to see the Wallabies at the Adelaide Oval, Saturday, 3 p.m. Get your tickets at Ticket Tech. Let's check the traffic for your drive home. If you're after a new Mitsubishi, 2 clear standouts. We're talking Wayville and Southern Mitsubishi. They're driven by Australian Motors.
A few collisions to look out from the drive home. One at Athelston, Gorge Road near Schultz Road. Another one at Old Noarlunga. It's on Main South Road near the Southern Expressway heading outbound, causing a few delays. And another smash at Crafers West on Upper Sturt Road near Shearg Road, affecting both directions. Got a twisted traffic light causing a few headaches at Gawler, Murray Street near Linddock Road, and got a camera to look out for George Street's at Norwood. Whatever the industry, whatever the workwear, Totally Workwear can help. For workwear for tradies through to uniforms for nurses, head to Totally Workwear, Australia's largest workwear supplier. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
We'll get to your calls in just 1 second. Coming up after 5:30, Kevin Sheedy. Alistair Clarkson had some interesting comments about Sheeds. We'll play them in just 1 second. You can reward someone, though, who works in healthcare with $1,000. It's Avanticare's Healthcare Heroes. Nominate today on our win page, 5AA.com.au, and you can give back to those people. Maybe they're working in aged care, disability care, allied health, or any of the medical professions. If they're working hard to improve the health and well-being of others, they're heroes to us, and they deserve recognition and reward. So your nomination can earn them $1,000 cash, all thanks to Avanticare.
Great promotion, that one. Okay, we've been talking about Isaac Rankin. How do the Crows get the deal done? We're going to go to Greg at Globe Derby Park. G'day, Greg.
Hey, guys. I've got two things. One of them's AFL, the other one's rugby. But when everybody's stressing about this pick 5, but the only two things there's two things that stand out to me. What pick was Robbie Gray and what pick was Tyson Edwards? You know,
right.
It's just they were diamonds, and they were. And I can't tell you the picks, but I know they were late picks.
Yeah, well, Robbie was 55. I know that.
The thing is, Greg, and Blighty says it's just a number. Well, it's just a number when you're picking an 18-year-old. You're right. You don't know how they're going to go.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of blue sky with Isaac Rankin, but in 4 years you can see what he can do. And we know he's best, and we know he's only going to get better. So is that worth a pick 5? Is it worth 2 first-rounders? Well, that's the deal that needs to be struck between the two clubs. The first thing is he's picked the club want him, they'll pay his wage,
get it done.
Get the deal done.
What else, Greg, about the rugby?
Yeah, I'm fairly old, so but I'll tell you this: I remember this from when I was a kid, and I did play a couple of rugby games. Like I was always normal footy, you know. But I had a mate whose dad was in the rugby, and I played a couple of games. I had no idea what I was doing, but I always remembered they had this song that they said if you were a rugby player's wife or anything like this. I always remember this from 50 years ago. It was, I'm not going to sing it, but I'll say it how it went. It was, if I was the marrying kind, and thank the Lord I'm not so, the kind of man I'd like to marry would be a rugby forward. He'd push hard and I'd push hard and we'd push hard together. We'd wake up in the middle of the night pushing hard together. I always remember that from when I was a kid.
Gregory, it's a family show to the tune of what, Greg?
Oh, I don't know. But
to the tune of what, Greg?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It was just, I remember the words from 50 years ago.
More of a chant than a tune. Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Brilliant.
Maybe a little later on
Good.
in the show.
That was a little blue, Lee.
It was a little blue.
Mary had a little lamb,
by the way.
she kept in her backyard.
That's enough. Tyson Edwards picked number 21 in the 94 pre-season draft.
Wow.
He then went on to play 321
There
games.
you go.
That is a good selection.
Well, a rookie. Charlie Cameron was a rookie, so 8 clubs overlooked him. He didn't even get a pick number.
You don't know, do you?
So rookies.
Amazing.
Quentin, g'day, Quentin. What do you think they need to do to get it done?
G'day, Tim. How you going, chaps?
Good, buddy.
Excellent. While you're up on the Gold Coast, no flogging any other players at both your clubs from up there. You've got...
Oh, is this Quentin with a Q?
It is Quentin with a Q, yes. Hey, and it's a bit of a... Isaac Rankin leaving my club, well, not my club, but leaving the Gold Coast. You know, he gave us 4 years, developed him and all that sort of stuff. It's a little bit sad, but good luck to the kids to go out and get that sort of coin. And we're in a position, the club's in a position where we are not going to replace him, but we have a strength of the club over the last 2-3 years with Stewie Dew and what they've done behind the scenes. Good luck to him. But that other guy, Greg, saying about picks and all that sort of stuff, there's more better players that come out of the top 20 that come out of the 90s and 50s and 60s. So, you know, you're going to have to pay for him. You're going to have to pay.
Good on you, Quentin. I mean, that's terrific. I was going to play the ambulance for Quentin, but he's just taken that the way it is.
He was very smart there, but I think the art of the recruiting and the list managers and everything has just got more resourced and more resourced. So it's good. The art of it is, and most people say,
I don't reckon they get the top 10 right.
I was just about to say they don't get that. It is finding those gems in the back end.
Yeah, and here's the thing: the Crows know what they're getting. We've had 4 years of exposure of Isaac Rankin. We know there is blue sky there. Is he worth $800 a year over 5 years? Well, only time will tell. Is he worth a pick 5 and maybe a first rounder or other players? Well, only time will tell. I don't want to sell the farm for Isaac Rankin, but I want him. How they get that done? Well, that's up to this management.
5:30 news headlines on the way with Michaela. Before we do, this time last week, Kevin Sheedy made a little off the cuff comment, if you like, about Alistair Clarkson
on our show,
Tasmania and North Melbourne. Fair to say, got a little bit of press over the last week. So Sheeds is coming up after the 5:30 news to have his say. But last night, Clarko was on the couch on Fox Footy and said this about Kevin.
What did you think of Kevin Sheedy's comments on the Tuesday night?
Sheeds are Sheeds. I've probably been involved with those sorts of things with Sheeds for a long period of time, and you know he's been a great ambassador for the game, not just for his footy club but for the game. And I think we've got a lot to be thankful for Sheeds and his involvement in the game. But sometimes he just shoots from the hip and just wear it whatever comes his way.
What bombshell will he drop for us this week? You're going to find out after the break, all thanks to BL Shipway.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. 5AA Breakfast.
The incredible drug bust, the alleged leader of an international organised crime syndicate that was arrested and charged on the York Peninsula. This is as big a big fish as you ever hear about being collared.
He's a high-level organised crime player.
Informing Adelaide.
Who would have thought York's is going to end up being the focus for this international drug syndicate? Stand by for Netflix, Narcos 6, York Peninsula.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA.
We love our vast, rugged country, but out here is no place to break down. For 50 years, the team at Terrain Tamer have been engineering, testing and manufacturing off-road four-wheel drive parts. Over this time, we've learnt what is reliable and how we can strengthen a vehicle to ensure a safe journey. With Australia's largest range of four-wheel drive parts, we're the four-wheel drive specialists. So you can be sure no matter where you are in Australia, the Terrain Tamer team will be there to help you get home. With Terrain Tamer, you're in safe hands.
When you switch to Aldi, you'll save more on everyday items like fresh Aussie meat coming through. And then you can spend more on other things, like enjoying fresh snow on the slopes. You okay, mate? Never been better. So don't change your lifestyle, change your supermarket. Aldi, good, different.
Not long now, Adelaide. Your favourite Harris scarf reopens with a brand spanking new look, 9 a.m. this Thursday at Westfield Marion. You'll want to be there early for the one-off doorbuster deals, unmissable grand opening offers, celebrations, free coffee to fuel your shopping marathon, and gift vouchers up for grabs. And did we mention the doorbuster deals? Block your diaries, tell your friends. Harris Scarf, Westfield Marion. Grand reopening, 9 a.m. this Thursday.
Are you ready for TQCSI Balaclava Cup Day, Wednesday, September 14th? All-inclusive and marquee packages are now available but selling out fast. Plus, tickets still available in the ring, located in the heart of the action at $170 per person. General admission just $30. Return coach transport is available too. TQCSI Balaclava Cup Day, Wednesday, September 14th. It's the most fun you'll have all year. To book, simply Google Balaclava Cup.
With more speed and more fibre upgrades, the NBN network is made for more. More what exactly? Well, more streaming, more game downloads, more working from home, online business, virtual learning, welcome to class, and more. Learn more at nbn.com.au/morespeed. Experience may vary depending on factors such as NBN technology, internet provider, plan and equipment. Fibre upgrades limited to eligible locations.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarek. A report into Scott Morrison's administration of 5 secret portfolios has found what he did was not illegal. A mother and daughter have faced court over their neglect of 6 horses who were left to starve on a Mid-Murray property. New modelling predicts South Australia will likely face another COVID wave in November. And new Giants coach Adam Kingsley plans to implement Richmond's fast attacking style of footy at GWS when he takes the reins. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Got a few collisions to look out from the drive home tonight. One at Athelston, Gorge Road near Schultz Road. Another one at Old Noarlunga. It's on Main South Road near the Southern Expressway, causing a few delays. And Cravers West, another collision. It's on Upper Sturt Road near Sheerk Road, affecting both directions. Busy right now, South Road near Anzac Highway. A few cameras about too. Tusmore Avenue, Tusmore, and Winston Avenue at Cumberland Park. Business owners, stop paying merchant fees and terminal rental. Talk to SmartPay today for zero cost FPOS. Visit smartpay.com.au. Minimum turnover and T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 8, a shower or 2 tomorrow and 14. Currently it's 11 degrees. More news at 6 o'clock and As It Happens on 5AA.
Scraped your caravan? Don't worry. Call Walker Crash Repairs, your RAA approved caravan crash repairer.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
If you want to get on our live stream, you can do so via Facebook and our YouTube. The mood lighting is now kicked in here at Sanctuary Cove. It's getting a little dark outside. We're at Wallabies headquarters. The reason being the Wallabies take on the world champion Springboks Saturday at the Adelaide Oval, 3 p.m. Tickets available from Ticketek. It's been 2 decades since we've seen rugby of this quality in our great city, in our great state. So it's been fun to hang around. Throughout this week too, you'll hear from the coach, Dave Rennie, and also Kurt Bealey's going to join us, which we look forward to. But first, Kevin Sheedy is joining us. FIVEAA Shipway, South Australian institution looking after our hydraulic and pneumatic needs in SA for over 70 years.
Kevin Sheedy. Don't ever let any club or player dominate you.
Sheeds, welcome. Just a quiet week for you, hasn't it been?
Yes, it has. I've enjoyed it. I've been in the garden most of the week.
Well, you're looking for your 5th coach in 8 years.
Well,
how are you going to go about it?
I haven't been out there for 8 years at Essendon. I was up in the Giants, obviously. Look, I think I'll leave that up to David Barham. He's a pretty tough sort of guy, David Barham, and he's come in and he's trying to go and change the club, obviously, and it's been a very difficult week for Essendon because they, you know, as a club went after the best qualified 4 times winning premiership coach. And look, you'd be criticised if you might not have done it, but you'd be criticised if you did it. So it's very difficult.
In hindsight, could that Rutten exit have been done a bit better, Kev, in your opinion?
I think most people would agree with that comment. Yeah, most people, but it's very difficult. I mean, because he's a very good person. And the hardest part about coaching, as soon as you get a coaching job, you know you're going to get sacked. That's the hardest part.
That's the first step.
Yeah, yes, people don't realise it. I mean, I extended mine for a long time, but, you know, just remember, 12 months ago, Elsa Clarkson got sacked. You know, so this, a month ago, Noble got cut at North Melbourne, and probably during the middle of the year, so did Leon Cameron. It's just one of the most difficult jobs to sort of sit down and work out when what's going to happen happens. And, just watching it across my lifetime, I remember Tom Havey getting sacked after 4 premierships, and he won his last premiership at Richmond in 1974, and he was sacked in 1978 after winning 4. I mean, that's amazing.
Shees, did you want him? Are you disappointed the club didn't land Clarko?
Yeah, look, I am, because he's a great coach. He's done so well at Hawthorn. I mean, you try your best to get the best, and if it doesn't work out, well, it doesn't work out. That's the way. I mean, I remember going to an interview for the Melbourne Footy Club after I left Essendon, and they said no. Well, that's okay. So they employed another 4 or 5 coaches after that. So maybe more. But the deal in the end is you either get it or you don't, or you miss it, or you're a chance. But look, it's very difficult. All the clubs different theories and philosophies about coaching and football are so different. You talk at Glenelg, you talk at Norwood, or you talk at over at Port Adelaide, or you talk Adelaide Crows, or you can talk to Fremantle and, of course, Carlton or Essendon or Richmond. So it is difficult. Quite amazing that, the first-year coach, McRae, gets Collingwood in the top 4. You wouldn't have believed that, would you?
No. So you're on the board.
I take you over after a Collingwood legendary player in coach.
Yep. Okay. You're on the board. We spoke to you weekly for BL Shipway. You're a big fan of Ben Rutten. You met with Ben Rutten, the truck. How did it come to this? I wouldn't have thought that his job was under threat. It ended up it was. And it happened pretty damn quick, didn't it, Sheeds?
Well, it did, because the board changed at that time. It was all about an external review, and the external review's coming. And, of course, the difficulty is, from me as a first-year board person, I'm learning as much as I can, as quick as I can, on how people feel and think about a club and its results. So it is difficult, but that's the way it is.
Hey, Sheets, David Barham said about maybe they needed a more experienced coach. Now, where do you go for that? Now, I know James Hurd's name's been mentioned, Ross Lyon, even a Mark Williams. What are your thoughts on those 3?
Well, if they put him for the job, I mean, our club will actually, obviously, David Barham will lead the charge for finding an experienced person that has coached. And, of course, in the end, whoever selects the coach will try and pick the best person,
So you won't have a bearing on it, because there was some talk that you're the man.
Sorry?
There was some talk that you're the man behind who you'll go for.
No, that's not necessarily true at all. No, this will be a selection panel. We'll pick the coach. I'll be overseas when they pick the coach, to be honest. I'm heading over to do a history tour of North America and Canada. So that's been planned well in advance. So I won't be there, but I'll be listening to everything I can from far away.
Well, there's such a thing as Skype, Zoom, Microsoft Teams. Sheeds, if you want heard, you'll get heard.
The club will honestly look at a cross-section of coaches, probably I'd say 5 or 6, whatever David Barham wants to look at. He's the president, and it's his choice, because I always believe that the chairman picks the coach, not the CEO. CEO should stay out of it. They're there to manage a club, but I really think when I look back, my best times of this, and the president selected me every time, and I think that was probably one of the things I learned. I didn't realise it at the time, that the president actually...
That's the governance.
Yeah, well, he is. You know, and I think that, I was appointed by Colin Stubbs, I was reappointed by Greg Sewell, and I was reappointed by Ron Evans, and that was quite amazing, you know. And obviously, 2020 it was Graham McMahon. So I had a number of chairmen and presidents of the clubs, but and it's quite amazing that I actually always reported to them. But I'm not quite sure how every club runs their scale of footy compared to other clubs around Australia. I don't know the answer to that, but I would meet with Ron Evans, Graham McMahon, these people. I'd even meet with my past presidents just to make sure I'm not letting them down. So, you know, I think as a coach you're learning. I mean, I was 32 and I got the job, and, you know, it's a hell of a long way to grow as a person in development. And, of course, I'm doing that as a board member now. I've been on the board for 7 or 8 months. And, you know, probably people look at Essendon and they say, well, we've been nowhere near the 8 much in the last sort of decade or so. So that's where it comes to.
Sheeds, I'm in the cheap seats. It's from afar, but your rookie president, and he is a rookie, David Barham, he had a bad week last week. No matter how you twist or turn it.
No, everyone has a bad week when it hits.
Yeah, that's okay. You're looking for your 5th coach in 8 years. Mr. Barham's been on the board for all 5. He helped rubber stamp all 5, and he helped sack all 5, including Ben Rutten this week. What confidence have you got that he's going to get the 6th one right?
Well, in my time at the board, very short time, obviously, I think he wants to change this and getting back to where the club feels like it should be. It's a very powerful club. It's got 4,000 or 5,000 members, and we're in the bottom 5. In the last 2 weeks, we've got 25 goals, and probably people thought in themselves that we've got to get better than this. And so it's hard, but a very experienced person in the world of sport, David Barham, and don't sort of put the negative there. I think that eventually his decision-making over his career in sport and television isn't that far away from Eddie Pryor, okay? And Eddie was pretty damn greedy. That's the way I see it.
Well, he started poorly, that's all I can say. Bomber Thompson 10 years ago, and then John Worsfold 2 years ago, both said the same thing. Unless the board's in line with the executive, in line with the coaching group, in line with recruitment, your club goes nowhere. Alistair Clarkson said the same thing. And I just feel your club hasn't got that part of it right, Sheeds. And I've spoken to you for years, and you're exactly the same. Those pillars all have to be aligned. You've got to get your club aligned. From here, it doesn't look like you are.
Well, maybe we're trying to attempt to get it right. That's what people don't realise. So I think that you'll find out more over the next month or so.
Okay. James Hird or Choco Williams? Pick one.
Choco Williams is one of the best coaches I've ever met. In every level of coaching, he's been brilliant. And I think that in the end, whatever happens, I'd love to see Choco Williams at Essendon in some form or another. I got him early when he got sacked by Glenelg. I rang him up and said, I'm coming over to offer you a full-time coaching job. He couldn't believe it, obviously. He's teaching at that stage. I said, no, we'll get you out of teaching because we'll get you to teach football purely. I think that he's probably like me. We're right out there. We press the buttons and annoy people, but he's been unbelievably successful at every level of coaching, wherever he's gone, after and before. He was Port Adelaide's premiership coach, the one and only. He's just been incredible. And getting him to the Giants was one of the best things I did. I've got no doubt the clubs have taken him on since Tigers and obviously Melbourne. Incredibly pleased. I would think incredibly pleased with his performance. And when I think back to myself, I started getting interested 3 years ago, but it was just sort of pushed aside. And I thought, well, maybe I better do something about it.
Well, I can't disagree with you there, Kev. You did mention that you have upset some people in your time. What'd you say to Ron Joseph?
I'm not here to pander to people that know a lot about decision making in footy. Footy's a very difficult game. We're never allowed to pick our best teams like a test team for the Olympics because we have a draft, and before that we proved we have a zone. A lot of people around Australia are now getting to understand how difficult it is to get a team into the top level of the echelon and then try and nail a chance for a grand final, because these days you get to a preliminary final, it's a damn good effort.
Absolutely.
Hey, just another one. Should Mr. Barham, your new president, maybe send a text to Damien Hardwick?
Damien Hardwick? Mate, every time you mention club, I get into trouble.
No, I'm not trying to get you in trouble, Sheeds. You got yourself in trouble last week, you Martian.
He's learning.
I'm only learning. I'm only a baby in this area. But anyway, whatever I say now will be on tomorrow night on the good, the bad, and the ugly on Channel 9 at 9:40.
Who's the good, who's the bad, and who's the ugly out of that, Sheeds? I'd like to know.
That's the fun. That's why we love the show. It's all pretty classified, but it really should be named the good, the bad, and the ugly because it's perfect. See you later, guys. Hope you have a great one, and I hope my ratings are ahead of Caroline's.
Well done, Sheeds. Thanks for that. You're outstanding. All the best. Let's hope David Barham can pick the sixth coach down pat. Bill Shipway's been looking after your hydraulic and pneumatic needs since 1953. If you can't get into their huge Richmond Road location, they will send a Ryco 247 van to you. Sheeds is right. He's brilliant. He picked it up. He didn't want to... I think he's been worded
close.
up. He's worded up by
close.
Mr. Barham, but that last little crack
You know
was
what I got out of
interesting.
it? I got out of it. Mark Williams will be invited to be in that coaching group somehow.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
That's what I got out of that.
Not the main man, but one of the main men.
Sounded like it, didn't it?
And,
almost like that director of coaching.
And there'd be no doubt they'd be ringing Damien Hardwick. Why would you not? Premiership player for Richmond. Three-time.
I couldn't see Damien. He's contracted till the end of 2024, so I can't see that one happening. But it's a nice romantic one that might happen down the track.
Do we have faith in Mr. Barham?
Well,
he's not Eddie Maguire. He's a poor man's Eddie Maguire.
No. He's done exceptional work with Channel 10 and with the Big
Bash.
Bash.
I know all of that, but as a football man...
No, well...
He has sat on a board that's presided over 5 sackings of 5 coaches in 8 years.
But not as president.
And now he's the kingmaker.
But not as president.
Hang on, he's the kingmaker to get the next one. What confidence have you got in that?
But what Sheedy said was, and the governance about that is right, it will be the president or the chairman that will appoint the coach. And he's right. He always checked in with the president. And it's right, because it goes back to my theory of players play, coaches coach, but boards hire and fire.
Of course they do.
It's the
they
president.
Make decisions.
The president comes down and makes that call.
Here's what I took out of that. Kevin Sheedy's been spoken to. Because there was no shooting from the hip tonight until the very end. When the Sheeds came out right at the end. But
David
until
Barham
then,
said
she
he's
was
learning.
straight back.
Hang on.
Learning.
Let's go through it. Who's the good, who's the bad, and who's the ugly?
No, I'm not saying that.
Come on, Tim.
No way.
Who are on there? Who are they? Caro? Who else?
Matthew Lloyd.
Hutchie. And Hutchie.
Or is it
Eddie?
Eddie and Ross Lyon?
Yeah. I think he likes Eddie.
Okay, so Caroline's clearly the good. Who's the bad and who's the ugly?
8223 00.
No,
Come on, that's entertaining.
That's not a phone topic.
Get on the Cafe de Villiers text line and tell us who's good, who's bad, and who's ugly.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Even Sheets knows that he's going to be quoted all over the place tomorrow. You will hear that. Caroline Wilson, I'm sure, will have her reply at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Let's take a break. Still to come before 6 o'clock, your chance to win show tickets. So keep listening right until the end. BL Shipway, thank you for bringing us Sheets. And if you need a new Mitsubishi, there are two clear standouts, Wavell and Southern Mitsubishi. They're driven by Australian Motors. Here's the roads for your drive home.
Got a few accidents to look out from the drive home. One at Athelston, there's a smash there, Gorge Road near Schultz Road. Old Noongar, another collision there. It's on Main South Road near the Southern Expressway. Heavy delays on the expressway. If you can, jump on South Road before you hit the Southern Expressway. Crafers West, another collision there. Upper Sturt Road near Sheoak Road affecting both directions. And we're busy right now, South Road near Anzac Highway. Got a camera to Harvey Avenue in Netley. If you're heading to South Australia's biggest reunion, the Rod Adelaide Show, pop into your local food lane before you head to the showgrounds and pre-purchase your tickets to enjoy some mighty savings. Adelaide most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
With fuel prices the way they are, it's now more important than ever for your car to be fuel efficient. Peak performance means peak efficiency, and that means Automasters. Book now for an Automasters Peak Performance Injector Service. Petrol or diesel, your Automasters specialist will clean and service your fuel injection system to ensure your vehicle is running at optimum efficiency. Save fuel, save money. Get the best out of your car. Call 1300 Automasters. Peak performance guaranteed.
The Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery is giving 10 lucky winners a share of $1 million each just for getting in early. Get your tickets by midnight Friday and you could pocket $100,000. Plus, your tickets stay in the draw for the fully furnished grand prize by the beach at Somerton Park. There's more big winners than ever before. Get your tickets today at homelottery.com.au and support South Australia's healthcare heroes. Licence M14227.
G'day, it's Mark Bickley. For most business PC brands, a 4-hour service guarantee means they'll call you back in 4 hours. But at Leader Computers, a 4-hour service guarantee on Leader's business range means they'll come to your worksite and have you back in business inside 4 hours. Leader Computers are local, made here in Adelaide with better service, better support and speedy turnaround times. Live life local. Live life Leader. Leader Computers. Find your local dealer at leadersystems.com.au.
Patience pays off, especially if you've been holding out for a great deal on a new Volkswagen. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen is now receiving truckloads of new Volkswagens. Yes, they're coming. And they're available at amazing prices. Remember Mawson Lakes Volkswagen for servicing too, with next day servicing and free loan cars. Get a great deal on Volkswagen now. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle or delay. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen, just a short drive from the city.
Secret Sounds presents Harvest Rock, November 19 and 20, Adelaide's Rymel and King Rodney Parks. See Jack White, Crowded House, The Black Crows and more. Plus delectable food and innovative bars. Tickets on sale August 24. Sign up for pre-sale at harvestrock.com.
What will you look forward to when you take the first step to great retirement living? Many people who make the move to an FIVEAA retirement community speak of the feeling of belonging. Looking forward to trying new activities and making new friends. Finding a place that truly is home. It may feel daunting to start with, but the friendly team at FIVEAA are here to help you make the decision that's right for you. One with a little relief, less worries, and a whole lot more looking forward to life. Search FIVEAA First Step to book a discovery tour.
With fuel prices the way they are, fuel efficiency is more important than ever. And that means a peak performance injector service from Automasters. Ensure your vehicle is running at optimum efficiency. Save fuel, save money. Call 1300 Automasters.
Walker Crash Repairs. For easy insurance repairs on your caravan, get it fixed right with Walker Crash Repairs.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Little bit of the Proclaimers to finish up your Tuesday night. Broadcasting live from Wallabies HQ here at Sanctuary Cove in Queensland. Just a reminder, you will hear from the coach of the Wallabies throughout the week. We look forward to that. One of their stars, Curly Bill's going to join us as well. If you want to check out any of the photos, you can do so on our Twitter account. But Tim, you've got something to give away. You're like Santa with a very big sack full of gifts.
Gone crazy, mate. All week we're going to be giving away family passes to the Royal Adelaide Show. This is as rare as hen's teeth. Hardly ever happens. Call now on 8223 0055 and you'll join South Australia's biggest reunion, the Royal Adelaide Show, September 3 to September 11th, and get your tickets today at theshow.com.au or Foodland, or just call 8223 0055.
Yes.
How you going, Fearless Phil from Warradale?
How you going, boys? I don't know what I'm going to say, but all I know is if Rankin runs out the Crows next year, he will make us better.
Of course he will. 100% in that forward line.
Yep. That's it.
I think it'll give you the X factor, Phil, that probably was around in that 2017 period when you had the forward line of Walker, Jenkins, and Betts. It was exciting, wasn't it?
No, but close your eyes.
And Charlie Cameron.
We know what Rochelle's going to end up. Okay, it'll be his second year. Rochelle, Rankin, Fogarty's gone next level. Taylor Walker's in the All-Australian squad still. His best footy's still,
Well, it's the old story. You, as an opposition coach, your heart's in your mouth. Your heart's in your mouth when it goes down there.
Man that up.
And that's what you need.
Let's hope you got a midfield that can get it to him. Mark McGowan, one of the journos out of Melbourne, reporting that Isaac Rankin's wage won't be more than Rory led. So the understanding there is the reporting around the wage, that being $800,000, and the length,
All
4 to 5
speculation.
years, all exaggerated. So we'll follow that story with interest as the week progresses. Before we go, time for the last shout.
The last shout.
Well, my last shout's this. Thank you to Rugby Australia for the invitation to share their headquarters here up on the Gold Coast through the Premier's Department, which invited us as well. Rugby Australia have paid for all of this for us, and we do thank them. In all my time in 5AA, well over 24 odd years, Leith, you're the same.
Yep.
Cricket Australia have never embedded us into a camp. I don't know, the Diamonds, any other national teams, the Socceroos, the Matildas.
What are you soliciting?
Yeah.
Boomers.
We are indeed, Timmy.
And there's only one thing that gets to my head as to why we're here. It must be you, Timmy G. It must be you, because when it was just my ugly doll, we got 0.0. So we all love our Wallabies. We need to. Look, I think there's 25 million Australians in there. We're invested in the Wallabies, but now we've really got to do one thing. Bums on seats.
Get down Adelaide
on Saturday from noon at Adelaide Oval, because we need to support these national teams so our major events can get bigger major events.
Correct.
This is about us supporting the Wallabies. So if you haven't been, do yourself a favour. Go.
And you know in years to come that we'll get opportunities to host these major events, be it Rugby World Cups, etc. If you show the support now,
They go hand
you
in glove.
get the better teams.
Build it and they will come.
Correct, mate. My last shout is to, 5AA are going to be calling all home games for the AFLW for both Port Adelaide and the Adelaide Crows.
With who?
But my shout out is to Sam Tugwell and Jenny Williams, who will be doing the broadcasting.
Awesome.
How good is that?
Every home game.
Good luck. Every home game. So you'll get the Crows and Port Adelaide's home games.
That is fantastic. Well done, Tuggers, and great to have Jenny part of the 5AA family. Paul from Somerton Park is the winner of the Royal Show tickets. And my last shout, very quickly, it doesn't matter where you go, Rowey. We are here in Wallabies headquarters. There was a nuffy at the bar who came up and said, hey, Timmy G, he can go anywhere around this country.
Mate Rob alone.
And there is a Port Adelaide nuff somewhere who wants to come up and rub shoulders with the great man.
There you go.
He has that kind of pulling power.
You do, Timmy G. There's only one Timmy G.
15 Wallabies rode past on their bicycles, couldn't give a stuff. Tim Ginniver walked into the bar.
The captain, the coach, the hooker, the fly half, the dummy half, the nuff half.
You thought
every
the
half
had arrived. Thanks for your company. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you again to Rugby Australia for having us. Stay tuned. Sports Day Say on the way. Richard Douglas is on the show with David Wildy and Malcolm Blythe tonight talking about the camp. So keep listening after 6 o'clock tonight.
He liked it.
We'll see you tomorrow back in Adelaide.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Hey, it's Callum here. Looking for something small, medium or large? Edwardstown Mazda have most models in stock, ready to drive away.